vagina hovers and cures others. I'm Nadia and this is the Adore Flow Show, where we talk about everything related to sexual and reproductive wellness. A quick disclaimer before we start.
I am not a healthcare professional. This video is for informational and entertainment purposes only. Nothing shown or stated in the video is intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any illnesses. Everything stated in the video comes from my personal experiences and my own opinion. Please see your doctor or medical professional for medical advice. Thank you, and please don't sue me.
As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be about everything you should know about when you're thinking about or currently are transitioning off of hormonal birth control. And this will help you out whether you're trying to get pregnant or not. So I'm going to split this video into two parts. The first part will be a short Q&A of some common concerns people have when they're making the switch, and then the second part will be 4 steps you can take to make sure your transition goes as smooth as possible. If you want to skip ahead or you don't want to watch the whole thing, I will include timestamps in the description below. Today. I'm just kidding. There's no right or wrong time to stop taking it. As long as you have all of the information and you're aware of all of the potential risks and side effects, then you should do whatever you feel like is best for you. Just listen to your body. No, there's no reason to taper off it. You can just go cold turkey. And if you're on the pill, there's no need to wait until you finish the pack or anything like that. There's no side effects of getting off it, but you might experience some changes once you stop taking it. A pretty good rule of thumb is to kind of expect whatever was going on before you started taking it to resume after you stopped taking it. This kind of sucks if you were put on it as a treatment for something, but remember that the pill or any hormonal birth control doesn't actually treat anything. It just kind of covers up the symptoms. So it is better to get off of it and deal with whatever's going on and the underlying causes anyway, in my opinion. Of course, this isn't going to be the case for everyone. If there's been significant changes from the time you started it until now, for example, if there's been big changes in your diet or your lifestyle, or you've gained a new illness, or you've had kids, or you were put on it way back when you were a teenager, a lot could have changed and shifted since then, and things might be different when you stop taking it now. This all depends on your body. It could be within the next cycle, it could be within the next 2 years, but the average expected time is around 3 to 6 months. Again, this depends on your body. Some women conceive while on birth control, some women it takes up to 2 years. It all depends, but the typical time is within 6 months to 1 year. I would say if you're planning though, you should plan between 1.5 years to 2 years. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. You don't really know what's going to happen once you stop your birth control, so it's best to have a good amount of time for planning and preparation and replenishing your body. Doing this will also increase your chances of conceiving when you actually want to and plan to, so that it eliminates any stress of it not going as smoothly as you planned for it to. Great question. I'll insert that right here.
Non-hormonal birth control includes male condoms, which are the most popular and widely available. They're super easy to use, they're cheap, sometimes even free. They come in different sizes, textures, materials, colors, and even flavors. The female condom is also a thing. It's the same idea as the male condom, but it's worn inside the vagina. They're a lot less popular, a lot less available, and a little bit more expensive. The only brand currently available in the US is the FC2. It's available online and possibly at your local clinic. A cervical cap is a small silicone cap you place on your cervix by inserting into the vagina. The only brand available in the US right now is called the FemCap. It does require a prescription. With insurance, it's usually free, and without insurance, it's usually around $89, but possibly cheaper at your local clinic. A diaphragm is a lot like a cervical cap, but requires spermicide and also to leave in 6 hours after sex. It also requires a prescription, and it costs up to $250, depending on your insurance. The sponge is a single-use plastic foam sponge you insert into your vagina before sex, and it's designed to be used with spermicide. It doesn't require a prescription. The only brand available in the US right now is called the Today Sponge, and it is available over the counter for around $15. Spermicide is a gel or a cream you put inside your vagina. It's available at drugstores for around $3 a dose, and it's usually sold in multiple doses. It's slightly less effective than the other methods, so it's usually used as a secondary method. The copper IUD is a small device that's placed inside your uterus by your doctor. It's non-hormonal, but is associated with a few risks and side effects. The only brand available in the US right now is called Paragard. It's usually free with insurance. Without insurance, it ranges from around $500 to $700. Natural family planning. This is my personal favorite. It's determining the time of the month you're potentially fertile using various indicators such as tracking your cycle, measuring basal body temperature, and paying attention to your cervical mucus. It's all about working with and listening to your body. And if you're looking for a forever option, there's tubal ligation, aka getting your tubes tied. It's highly effective and fairly common. It's basically a doctor closing or blocking your tubes and does require surgery. With insurance, it's usually free, and without, it's around $6,000. This method is permanent, so you have to be sure you're totally chill with never getting pregnant in the future. It's also important to note that out of all the methods mentioned, the female and the male condom are the only methods that protect against STDs or STIs.
If they're not supportive, get a new one. I'm just kidding, kind of. I hear this a lot actually, and it's interesting. I think you should just show up to the conversation fully prepared with your plan and explain why you want to do this. Keep them involved, and if they don't understand, have them watch this video. I do think though that ultimately it's your decision, especially when it comes to something like taking a drug every day that's going to alter your hormones, but that's just my opinion. If you have any other questions, send them to me and I'll definitely get back to you. But if not, here's 4 things you can do to help ensure your transition goes as smoothly as possible. Number 1 is replenish your nutrients. Hormonal birth control is associated with nutrient depletion and it can mess with your thyroid function. Some of the common nutrients it messes with are riboflavin or B2, pyridoxine or B6, folate or B9, cobalamin or B12, ascorbic acid or vitamin C, alpha tocopherol or vitamin E, retinol or vitamin A, selenium, magnesium, zinc, coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10, vitamin D, and iodine. You can get a blood test to find out if you have any of these deficiencies or if anything funky is going on with your thyroid, and if it is, you can supplement and add in appropriate foods. Number 2 is support your hormone production. Now that your body is making or is going to be making its own hormones, you'll want to support that to make it as easy as possible for your body to get back into its natural flow. All of your steroid hormones are made with cholesterol. This includes estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and cortisol. This means that cholesterol, the good kind, plus all of the vitamins and minerals we just mentioned are really important for your hormone production. And for your thyroid function specifically, you'll need enough zinc, selenium, and iodine. Also remember, lifestyle plays a huge part in this, and things like diet, sleep, and stress can really affect what's going on in your hormones. I have a lot more about this in another video, and if you want to see that, I'll link that in the description below. Number 3 is restore your gut health. Long-term use of hormonal birth control can disrupt the microflora or the good bacteria in your gut, and so can a lot of other things like excessive coffee, excessive alcohol, poor diet, food sensitivities you don't know about, stress, and things like that. It's easy to tell if your digestion is off, but some other indicators that your gut might need some attention are fatigue, bloating, brain fog, gas, cramps, allergies, and skin issues. Some things you can do to support and heal your gut health are eat and drink things like kimchi, kombucha, pickles, sauerkraut. Bone broth is really great for your health, and herbs like slippery elm and marshmallow root. If you don't get a lot of these things in your diet, it's also a good idea to invest in a good probiotic supplement. And number 4 is support your liver. Your liver does a lot. It breaks down fat, produces energy, plays an important part in blood sugar balance, cleanses your blood, regulates cholesterol levels, and regulates the balance of sex hormones in your body. It works really hard day and night to break down hormones, chemicals, and toxins to get them out of your bloodstream and keep you functioning as a normal human being. Let's all take a moment to thank our livers. Again, lifestyle very much affects this. Everything from hormonal birth control to other medications, food, and daily chemicals, all of that plays a big part. You might have heard of liver detoxes and might be tempted to jump on that train, and you can, I have, but hands down the best thing you can do for your liver is to stop stressing it out, or at least limit the amount of stress you put on it. You don't have to give up everything enjoyable and convenient in your life. Just remember to be mindful of your liver and choose your stressors wisely. And that's all I got for today. If you want to learn more about natural family planning and how it works, definitely come back for that next week. If you enjoyed this video or if it helped you at all, please like it and share it so that somebody else can see it. Till next time, happy cycling.